Companies are struggling to meet consumer demand on a number of goods due to the pandemic, including microchips, chlorine tablets, talked about ketchup packets, and flowers. Turns out Mother's Day just around the corner. This Sunday. Let's welcome 1-800-Flowers.com CEO Chris McCann. Company reported another record quarter last week, seeing revenue growth of 70%. Chris, thanks for joining us. I don't think, if you haven't kept up with exactly what's happening about a shortage, can you go into it? What caused it? When did it start? How bad is it? And welcome.
Sure. Thank you for having us. And it's certainly an interesting time. And of course, we have a shortage right in the middle of the Mother's Day holiday, which is such an important holiday for everyone in society. But this really comes as a challenge from last year when demand was cut back dramatically around this time of year. So not sure, the farms not being sure how to plan for less of a comeback, and demand being so strong this year is causing a little bit of contention. That, coupled with some weather conditions, has caused the challenge that we see in the floral industry today. Fortunately, because of the size and the scale that we have and the long-standing relationships we have in the grower community, we're able to manage through this and, in fact, help many of our local florists to get the supplies they need and to give us the anticipation of a very successful Mother's Day holiday this year.
That's good. It's not just flowers, is it? And you would be able to maybe confirm this front page piece in the Wall Street Journal about berries. People cut back because you bought a berry company at one point to try to expand, right, Chris, a couple of years ago? Or?
Yeah, we bought Sherry's Berries about 18 months or so ago. That's been a roaring success for us. We took a company that was stagnant growth, not making any money. We have it now growing nicely, double digits, great contribution margin for us. And again, the same thing there. We have to work with the suppliers and build the relationships and be there in the planning cycle. So because of our team's ability to do that, we're ahead of the curve there. We don't see that impacting our Mother's Day holiday either. It really is a testament to the operational planning team that we have in place.
Weird, though. Growers thought that there wouldn't be demand because of the pandemic, and then the next thing you know, everybody's at home wanting some strawberries or berries, and no one had grown any. How quickly can that? It seems like you could fix that pretty fast, but I guess it takes a season.
Well, it takes a season. It takes a couple of growing cycles, and on the floral side, depending on what the product is. But again, as we look now where we stand as a company, we've had this great growth momentum going into the pandemic, accelerated by the pandemic. It's put us at a new level. So gave us the confidence, our ability to manage things like this, gave us the confidence to guide for Q4, which we are in now, a double-digit growth rate of 10 to 15%, on top of the 61% we grew last year. So we see a great opportunity going forward. In fact, we even guided double-digit growth last week for next fiscal year as well, based on what we see this quarter, based on what we see in the supply chain challenges we have, and based on what we see consumer confidence going forward. So we think we've just taken the business to a new level to grow from here.
Chris, a lot of companies like yours benefited, people not going into flower shops, but you can always call and get them delivered. Now, do you think that shift will be maintained once things reopen, or will you give back a little is it onward and upwards, or will you consolidate?
Onward and upwards. As I mentioned, with the acceleration, we look at ourselves as a much bigger, better, stronger company than we were just 1 year ago. And it's because of all the things that we had to do and the challenges we faced throughout this year. But this year gave us an opportunity to significantly grow our customer base tremendously. And we're seeing great behavior metrics from that customer base. It's given us the opportunity to really become an engagement company, offering things like floral design classes or charcuterie building classes that have become so popular, giving our customers the ability to exchange into our brands in a different way, to engage with us differently. And then you take the other big trend we see coming out of the pandemic besides the tectonic shift of offline to online, then you see the major trend of people. One thing we learned in this pandemic, we need to connect. We need to express ourselves and build relationships. That's what we are as a company. So we're so well positioned for future growth. It's really, really exciting.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.